Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are in Nebraska again and we are up in Valentine, and this is the farm, the latest farm from MattVT. It just came out on Saturday, so the day before I'm releasing this video. In fact, I just picked it up about 2 hours ago. So I'm going to take you on a little tour of the entire farm, and then we're actually going to pick up a load from here. Let's go ahead and get into it. So as we can see, we have this nice little farm here. We got the truck and trailer. We're going to be driving Harven Mack R, and I've got it all decked out. It's Freebeard Trucking, thanks to Pauly's Custom Skins. So the pretty much all the stuff on here is free today, with the exception of MattVT's yards, which are either by subscription on Patreon or through his store. So the truck, though, by itself, Harven Mack R, is free. We're going to be rocking, I got the cow here crashing through the back wall of this. This is the Barrett Livestock trailer from Pizzster. It is also free. And then as we work our way up here, we've got random trailer parking, couple random tractors. This is your garage where you can get everything fixed up. This is the main homestead and welcome sign. This barn looks pretty cool. It's got our sign on it. That's all part of MattVT stuff. But this whole building is not really usable. It's just for show at this point. One of our main entrances into the farm. And if we come down here, down the road, we have a place where we can pick up grain. Unfortunately, even though this is in Nebraska, this is not a dynamic loading situation. As of now, that could change later, but as of now, it is not. We see the truck and trailer there. There's the shop, the homestead. Got a couple other buildings that are just kind of dressed up to make it look nice. And then on the other side of the street here, or road, is where we can pick up this is a second job site where we can get livestock. So, and this is actually what we're going to try to pick up and do today. So we've got the trailer already ready. I just have to go ahead and hook up to it. We'll drive over there and we'll pick up the load. All right. Go ahead and get all the lights on and everything.
I may be the Vice President of America, but you're the President of this car, and it's time to take action.
Thank you. Thank you, Morgan. All right, here we go. Get the headlights on. We don't really need strobes or anything like that. We will get this window down because it's a little warm in here. Starting to really warm up this time of year. Let's go ahead and get the parking brake off. We'll go ahead and start in first direct. We are rocking a TRXL 1071. It is a twin stick 6-speed. I've typically only seen them in Max, and specifically in the Mack R. And yeah, we are rocking Slav Jerry's E6. It is a 350 horsepower variant. And then, yeah, the transmission is this. Okay, so I'm already forgetting. Let's keep it in first, but we're going to go into reverse mode, which is over here. Very good. So we can back up and couple the trailer on. Oh, it's really slow. Let's go ahead and put it in third. There we go. This thing has 5 reverse gears. It's pretty crazy. Line that up pretty good. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Started doing something pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and get her coupled. So it's going to be interesting. The load today is probably going to be about 40, 50, 60, or 40, 50,000 pounds. And we're rocking a 350 horsepower. And to make matters even worse, we do not even have more than 5 gears. So this is technically a 6-speed. This is my own design anyway. It's a real transmission, but I'm the one that kind of brought it to life here. And I would like to thank the 1DI13 The one DI13 is the one that helped me kind of in-game this. I had the transmission set and everything, but he helped me really put it together in kind of a mod form, and I'll have a link down in the description where you can get it if you have a twin stick setup. Lovely Barrett livestock trailer there. Awesome that Pizzster threw this in as a free trailer. Didn't have to do that. I'm not entirely sure if the Barrett was his design or if it was someone else's. Maybe it was someone else's and he just decided to in-game it that way. Get a close-up of the skin again from Pauly's Custom Skins. I gotta learn where the shift points are on these again. Every transmission's a little bit different and I drive with so many of them. We'll figure that out as we go along here. But we'll go ahead and pop in over here and see if we can pick up some cattle. Or whatever they've got to throw at us today. So this has reverse, top left on this stick. Top center is your low gears. And down here is direct. And they call it a 6-speed because you think you got 5 gears, like five gears in this main stick here. But you don't have a high version and a low version of all of them, so it isn't really a 10-speed. In fact, from the manufacturer, it was actually specified that you shouldn't use the low range. This would be the low range. You shouldn't use the low range with anything but first gear. Once you go up, so they recommend that you start in low first, go to first high, and then leave it in high while you shift the rest of the 5 gears. So that is just something to note. Although many people have kept it in low, gone first and then second, and then will either go direct second or they'll go direct and back to first. You can do that too. It technically isn't per the manufacturer specs and instructions on how to do things, but with the 1071 you actually do have some different gearing in the low range compared to the high range, so you can actually go back and forth and utilize, for example, low 2 is right in between low 1 and high 1. So it can be done, but just not recommended by the manufacturer. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get a job, and I'll be right back. All right, so we got to go. Let me fly through the air here. We got to go to this final one. By the way, if you look at the map shows, it looks like we've got a little bit of an error over the name of this actual place. If we look across the street, we actually have, that's a typical MattVT icon on the map in the lower right. Here, I'll show you on the map. This icon is okay. This one is not working so much, but we just got a job picking up some cattle, so I think we should be okay. Let me get into position so we can go pick these up. Got our Herefords and Holstein all in the mix in there inside this Barrett livestock trailer. Drive today, 4 hours, 26 minutes game time.
The Secret Service has your back, and so do I. Let's go.
All right. Run here in Valentine, down to Grand Island, to the Farmers Cooperative. Should be a nice, good drive. We get the brake off. We already have our headlights on, I believe. Double check that. Yep. Headlights are still on. Parking brake's off. We'll go ahead and start it in low. Low first. So the way you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to go direct to direct 1. And there's quite a bit of difference between them. That's why a lot of people go into a low 2 before they put it into this direct 1. I think we're going to try that as we pop out on the road here. Might as well get our 4-ways on. because we're not terribly quick here. Yeah, quite a bit of difference between one low and one direct. I don't see anyone else coming. Let's go for second in low, which you're not supposed to do by the manufacturer. And then we'll go direct one. Yeah, that's a much easier transition as we just clip the sign. What did we do? Did we put her in the ditch? Oh, look at that. I'm telling you, this happens almost every MattVT thing. That incline is too much. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do. Can I raise the bags? Will that help clear? Should I have to do that? Let's see if we get going. MattVT, please work on the ground. I always have an area where I either I get stuck like this, or my tires just won't spin. I won't get traction. I'm just gonna have to port forward. I'm not gonna. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I know he's trying to produce like more of an off-road farmy environment, but if everything just keeps getting stuck like that. We're kind of coming here downhill. We can get the four ways off.
In 400 meters, turn right.
That Jake's doing pretty good, though.
Turn right.
And we're turning right. Thanks, Morgan. There we go. We need to wait a little bit longer on it, I think. There it is. Yeah, we're coming in at about 1,300 after coming out at about 2,000. Yep, you just got to wait on it a little bit. That a lot of that is chalked up to Slav Jerry's E6. There's a lot of fall off on it. We've featured that here on the channel before, so we know what that's all about. As we're getting ready to put it into our final gear. And now we're just going to see if she'll slowly but surely come up to speed. All right. So I hope you guys are having a good Thursday. Nearing the end of the week here, so that's good for most of us who enjoy our time off on the weekend. Oh my God, down to 45. Yeah, we actually came up to power pretty good on this. 350 horsepower with only 5 gears, carrying 52,000, and we're just blowing through the speed limit. Don't underestimate these twin stick Mack transmissions. Got another one that I put together is a 15-speed triplex, so it's basically a 5.3. It's a little bit different than a 5.3 Spicer because the 5 your main would normally be close to you and farther away, and the second stick would be the auxiliary. It's backwards in a Mack. Had a lot of momentum going. I do have brake intensity or sensitivity, whatever it's called, reduced quite a bit too. Let's go ahead and this is a 23 to 1
Continue
ratio, low 1. Nope. Need to use the clutch for that. Kind of missing some lines here to see where to stop for this intersection. I don't know. Maybe that's just a Nebraska thing. Anyway, yeah. Hope you guys have been getting all your mods squared away. I know a lot more developers are getting their stuff ready for 1.5. A lot of them had them ready probably within the first 3 or 4 days, but there's still people that are they have their updates in the mix. They've been planning them for a while. There's been a lot of people too who are looking to upgrade their truck or trailer or engine or whatever, and they were going to do that anyway. So they're kind of waiting to get everything together all at once. So they're not going to release their 1.5 compatibility and then release another update where they actually update their truck or trailer or whatever. So they're waiting to do it all at one time. So they're a little late to the game in 1.5. But hopefully within the next couple weeks, we'll have a lot of those guys on. I'm still waiting for Serial Black's engines to come alive in 1.5. To my knowledge, I don't believe they're updated. I know that they're not compliant, but I haven't downloaded the new versions, and I haven't seen any announcements that they have been, so I just haven't downloaded them. So Serial Black's engines will be good to get back in there. One thing that would be really cool, if you look at, as I'm merging here, I have some Dayton, they're actually painted black. They're kind of like the Trilex, if you are familiar with there's a mod for Trilex wheels. The Daytons are very similar to that, and the Trilex mod is not updated. I just tried it today, and you know, sometimes with 1.5 now, you have to try it like 4 or 5 times, and you don't have a mod conflict. It's just taking a while to get reset, and it seems like it's a mod incompatibility crash to the desktop, but you just have to do it a few times, and I did it like 6 times, and it wasn't going to happen. So I figured the Trilex thing isn't updated, so what I did do, and I haven't updated this truck for 1.5, but it seems to be pretty good, or at least the installation of it anyway, is I did the needle nose. I believe it's the Kenworth 521 by Blueprint Mods. I threw that into this profile because you get those Dayton wheels, and I threw that on this guy. So if you're looking to get some old classic wheels in the game, that might be one way to do it. Oh, there's no way. There's no way we're pulling this off. Are we going to tip? Are we going to tip? That Jake is pretty powerful. We got it in the strongest strength. Speaking of which, I added a couple new buttons. They went into the cardboard. Whenever they go into the cardboard, it's because I'm doing it for the first time, and I need to test it. So if they screw up in the cardboard, I can just open up the cardboard and fix it before they go into a permanent setting, which is going to be this panel over here on the right. But what I did was I added 2 rotary encoders. I used the joystick portion of the USB encoder. So one of them is coded for left-right. The other one is coded for up-down. Oh, there's so much distance there between those 2 gears. One is 2,000 RPMs and the other one's 1,000. And we'll just leave it here since we're climbing. But yeah, to be able to put 2 rotary encoders in there, you really only have one joystick spot on these USB encoders, because you have to be able to hook it up to left, right, or up, down, basically opposites of each other. And so what I did was I took this one for left, right, and this one for up, down, and then you have a 5th port, which is your ground, your negative. And with the 2 buttons, I took the negative wires and I put them together so that there's only one wire coming out, and that went into the 5th port of the joystick portion on the USB encoder, and it worked out the first time. It's the first time that I've tried a brand new button setup, wiring, and it worked out okay. zoom out on the GPS a little bit. We can see what's going on. We got plenty of power. I mean, yeah, we get dinged a little bit going up hills, but still we're within 10 miles an hour of the speed limit with 350 horsepower and 5 gears. That's crazy. Catch a little bit of speed on the downhill. I wouldn't even care if we sped up over the speed limit because we're going to lose it all on this uphill portion. So we'll just kind of go up and down 5 to 6 miles an hour. Just checking out these hills in Nebraska. We'll get another look at the truck and trailer. Again, truck is free, trailer is free, the engine's free, the transmission is free. The only thing that isn't is MattVT stuff, where we started the drive. And if you've already paid for Nebraska, then you've already got that. You can do this for very, very little to, well, no money. You can replicate this setup if you want. And I believe this skin is also on Steam. I believe Pauly also put it on Steam. Freebird Trucking, if you want to go ahead and pick that up. We also have we also have skin available on the FLX 359, which I haven't driven in quite a while. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. We were coming downhill. Are we going to tip? Are we going to tip? Round it off? Whoa. That was scary. That was scary. Everything in good shape? I got to start paying attention more. I'm just chatting away and almost put her in a ditch. Slow to get into fifth. That's the only thing that's a little, it seems weird, but you do get a lot of torque down in that 1300, 1400 band with these Mack engines. It's something that normally if you were on an Eaton Fuller and if you were pulling 1300 RPMs, you would absolutely have to upshift or downshift rather. But this just kind of pulls it out. You see how much range it has. So you take it out between 2000 and 2100 RPMs and you drop it back in around 1300. So that's quite a bit of fall off. That's its entire range, and it seems like it's never going to get going again, and you're going to lose all your momentum. But it finds out how to do it. Heard the train. Where are the tracks? Where are the tracks? Okay, we're running parallel to it. We're good. I was like, there's no way we're going to be able to stop. This is going to be a head-on with a locomotive. Nice green bus. See that thing from about a mile away. So yeah, progress on the dashboard and everything's coming along. I'm onboarding some more buttons, and I have actually a lot more buttons put together that are, so when I do get this panel all set, the buttons will just be ready to go in. I'll already have my layout. I'll know how big, how many buttons I have, how big each one of them is, so I can determine like that final layout. So I've probably got about 10 extra buttons that I've been working on and putting together, wiring up, that are going to go in as soon as that panel does. So we'll be there in about an hour and a half game time, but let's just go ahead and take another look at the scenery, the truck and trailer from the outside as we crash into that guy. And then I'm just going to go ahead and keep driving. I'll meet up with you guys again once we get to the drop-off, as we are actually over speeding right now and not on a downhill. I'm really impressed by this transmission and engine combo. Really impressed. I wouldn't have think it would be able to pull this, but it can. Alright, I'll be back with you when we're ready to drop off. Sorry, tractor, you were just going too slow. So something funny just happened. I just came out of a 45 zone, and I realized that I was going 65 and I had to drop to 45. And what was crazy is that's the same gear. In fact, the first 4 gears is what takes me up to about 30 miles an hour, and then from 30 to 70 is all 5th gear. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, I got it back down to 45 miles an hour, dropped it down into 4th, thinking that was appropriate, and I was still running 2,200 RPMs. So you're pretty much good from 30 miles an hour all the way up to 70 in 5th gear.
Turn left.
And we're coming up here on the delivery spot.
Turn left.
Oh, come on. I need that gear. Needed to slow me down here. Oh, here we go. About to meet up with some of your friends here. Get the 4-ways on. There we go. It's a little slow going in direct first. I might want to, but low first is just way, way too low. I'm thinking about just starting it off in 2 low and then going to 1 high. I think is what I'm going to do. Where exactly are we dropping off? First is really good here. We're just kind of cruising. We're not supposed to be going too fast anyway. And this is the Farmers Cooperative here in Grand Island. Get the window down. Or was it already down? It may have been down the whole time. It was. It's down the whole time. We got parking right there. This looks like a kind of new layout to a job. I haven't really seen one kind of like this. It almost is like the reverse of the what is that winery where you got like an overhang right there and you park in there. It's kind of like that.
It's been my honor and duty to see you.
Well, thank you, Morgan. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of pull up and wiggle our way in. We'll just keep pulling up here before we back up. As long as we can get the trailer going a little bit toward the passenger side, I think we'll be fine. Oh, still got the e-brake on, or the Jake on. Want to get a little bit more distance. I don't have a whole lot of space to go left and right with the cab, so hit that so they know we're coming back, and we're going to go in reverse 3 because we want to do this at some point today. Reverse 1 and 2 are just too slow. And I'm kind of doing this blind. I think we need to go further up. Yep, there we go. Had to kind of go up on that scale there to get this done. Whoa. That kind of took off on me. Let's go first, and we'll go second, low. So we can pull up and straighten out here. Pull the trailer up, back over there, reverse, and we'll do reverse 3 again. We'll just keep a better eye on it, but got a long ways to go in reverse. Wow, just can't see around it. Cannot see. See what I have on this side. I'm not going to hit anything, I don't think. Trailer's blocking some of it, though. Yeah, we'll just pull through and back and pull up. Let's get it all squared away on this phase. Whip it around. Straighten it out pretty good. It's not too bad at all. keep it in first. Reverse this time. I believe that's the 23-to-1 ratio in reverse first. There we go. We are in the green. Straighten out the cab. Yeah, that's about good. Move it forward just a bit. Get us back in the green. And here we are. Parking brake set. Don't need any four-ways. Leave the windows down for right now. Parking lights only. And we'll get the truck turned off. All right. Oh, welcome to Grand Island and the Farmers Cooperative. This was, again, almost 53,000 pounds of Holstein and Heifers. So, pretty good. Really loving the Barrett Livestock trailer. It's free. It's good quality. Lots of customization to it. Looks really unique. And I'm always a fan of Harven's Mack R. That one never disappoints. Thanks for taking the drive today, guys. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave them below. Trucks and trailer and engine and transmission I'll have links for so that you guys can get this stuff yourself. Again, most of it free, except for the MattVT yard that we started out with. Yeah, so if you liked what you saw here, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all my videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.